This video is going to show you how you can use a couple new activities that are built into Google Meet. So the first thing you'll see here is this little activities button up here if you are the teacher of the class. One way to know whether or not you have the teacher rights in your class is if you see this little shield down here where you'll see the host controls. That means that you're the host of the Google Meet. Generally speaking, if you're just working with students, you're always going to be the host. But if you have a co-teacher or someone who is also a staff member, such as a para, who joins your Google Meet first, they may get your host controls. So just keep that in mind. You need to have this in order to be able to use these activities. So we've got a separate video on breakout rooms that I recommend checking out. We're going to look at polls and Q&A. Polls are pretty simple. When you click on them and click Start a Poll, you can ask a question and then students are able to vote on them. So for example, if you want to add a little bit of choice into your class, you could say something like, what should we do on Friday? And give them some options. Once you've created all the options you want students to be able to vote on, you can click on Save and then kind of save this for later if you want. For example, if you want to get these polls all typed up before students join your Google Meet, you actually do have to do them inside the Meet, so you may want to create a document so you can copy-paste things. When you're ready for students to answer the poll, you click on Launch, and then you can also choose whether or not you want everyone to see the results of the poll or if you want to keep it secret. When you click on Launch, each student is able to select which one they want to vote on here. And if you check this on, and you can turn this on or off at any time, it's going to show the number of votes that students have here. When you don't want students to be answering the poll anymore, you simply click on End the Poll. And if you don't want students to see the results anymore, you can just delete it. You'll get an email report of everybody's answer after you hang up your Google Meet. And then you can also create another poll here as well. Now let's go look at the Q&A. The Q&A is pretty simple. When you turn it on, what it does is it lets people ask questions. And basically everyone sees this. They see a little button down here that says Ask a Question. They click Post. And then you as the teacher have the ability to mark as hidden, meaning that it is hidden from the students. You can say that it's been answered, or you can delete the question. And others can upvote questions as well. So if a lot of similar questions are being asked, if a lot of students have the same question, for example, they could upvote it and then it appears here. One thing that's also really nice about the Q&A is that if students either join the Meet late or they are dropped from the call and they come back in, you'll notice that in the chat, those answers and responses do disappear. So a nice thing about the Q&A is that all of the questions remain here until the teacher has either hidden them or deleted them from the class. One other thing is that you could choose to post resources in the Q&A, and then all of your students would see them in here, and they wouldn't disappear if someone were to leave and re-enter the Meet, or if they were to arrive to the Meet late, they would still see those resources. So for example, you could paste in links here, and then people would still have access to them at any time. So something to check out as well. And that's it for the Q&A and polling features in Google Meet.